Hey, how's everyone doing there today? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with the video. This will be my top 10 George A. Romero films. This is my favorite director and favorite genre. Hope everyone's doing well, and this will be films from him that I've seen. There's probably some that I haven't seen that won't be on this list that are probably good, so everyone sit tight. Let's get this going with the top 10 of George A. Romero. Hope everyone's doing well. And at number 10 we have Two Evil Eyes, directed by George A. Romero and Dario Argento. This is a fun horror anthology film, and it stars Harvey Keitel, one of the actors I really enjoy watching on screen. And this has three great tells, like I said, and you could see Romero's influence here and great practical effects as he still brings that zombie heritage to these films and stories. So at number 10 is Two Evil Eyes. And at number 9 is Survival of the Dead. This is one of his newer, more recent zombie films. Not newer, but more recent. And this is a film I enjoy, man. I like the ties. Has definitely ties from Land of the Dead, as well as brings back characters. And I really like how the zombies look in this one and the atmosphere. This is definitely a fun one. I really enjoyed it, so it's going to be in at number 9, Survival of the Dead. And at number 8 is The CRAZIES. This is a 1973 film by Romero, and this one has pretty much about a plane crashing into the water supply and making the townspeople go crazy, and then they reach their fate, their death afterwards. This is a very fun, infectious film. Really enjoy the atmosphere and the settings as well of this, and it has a great storyline between it too. So in at number 8 here is The CRAZIES. And at number 7 is Land of the Dead. Really enjoy this one as well. I like the atmosphere, and I like the character of Cholo, played by John Leguizamo. And this pretty much has the rich sitting pretty in a building, while the middle class and poor are on the front line, which I would imagine how it'd really be. And these zombies are more intelligent, they're smarter, they use weapons, and outsmart the people. That's really interesting perspective by Romero here. So in at number 7 is Land of the Dead. And at number 6 is Creepshow. Really love this film. Great anthology film and classic. It's probably going to be unpopular because it's a little lower on my list, but you'll see why later. But anyways, I really enjoy this film. Stories are great. I love the birthday cake with the head in it and zombie story. That's my favorite one out of this anthology film. And Romero's was in his prime on this one, man. You can definitely tell. So at number 6 is Creepshow. And at number 5 is Creepshow 2. And I favor this one a little over Creepshow 1. That's going to be very unpopular, I know, but this has more nostalgia for me. And I enjoy every tell in this film. My favorite is the raft. I really like the oil slick terrorizing these teenagers in the middle of a lake. And also I enjoy the other two tells as well. And I used to watch this over and over growing up. So it has a good place in my heart for this film. Number 5 is Creepshow 2. And at number 4 is Night of the Living Dead. And to me, this started the zombie whole genre for me. I know there were zombie films before this one, but this one pretty much kicked it off for me on zombie films. So many iconic scenes in this. Classic. And I love the atmosphere. Like how they're trapped in a house and having to defeat these ghouls. This is a very fun film and classic of mine. So in at number 4 we have here Night of the Living Dead. And at number 3 is Martin. This is one of my favorite Romero films. It's a classic. I really love the atmosphere as well as the intense moments in this one. And I really enjoy that you cannot truly tell if Martin is a vampire or just mad. But he does slice his victims up with a razor and drinks their blood. This is a very satisfying film and a Romero classic for me. And I always enjoy revisiting this one from time to time. This is George A. Romero's Martin at number 3. And at number 2 is 1985's George Romero's Day of the Dead. This is a classic to me. I really like the atmosphere and setting in this one as well. I like the underground bunker setting. It does get me claustrophobic in ways. I like the madness of the soldiers and the scientists and doctors. And Bub is an iconic zombie to me. I always love his intelligence in this film. And it has some great gore and kills as well as this one. The zombies look awesome. And at number 2 is Day of the Dead. And in at number 1 is 1978's Dawn of the Dead. No surprise here, but this is my favorite zombie film of all time as well as horror film of all time. I really enjoy this film. I love the mall setting. The characters are great, and the storyline is written perfect to me. I can watch this film over and over. Different cuts of the film, as well as the gore and kills are great. To me, this was Romero in his prime. He had it going. Number one, Dawn of the Dead.